Alright, so this is a video reminding you how to use solving by substitution. So what you want to look for in your system of equations is you want to try and find one variable that's by itself. So right now we have, in the second equation, we have y equals 3x minus 8. That part that it equals, when you find the one that's by itself, that part is where you're going to plug in to what it's equal to. It's equal to y, so we're going to plug it in up here at y. So we're going to go ahead and shove that in there. So what that's going to look like, it's going to be 2x plus 3. Since you're multiplying it by a whole group, you want to make sure you use parentheses, times 3x minus 10 equals negative 8. And then this is just an equation that you're going to try and solve for x now. So first step is to distribute. You get 2x plus 9x minus 30. Make sure you do 3 times both of those, equal to negative 8. And then you get combined like terms, 11x minus 30 equals negative 8. And then you can add 30. 11x equals 22 and divide by 11. So we get x equals 2. Now the really important thing with all these problems that you're going to do today is that you need to make sure that after you find the first variable, you actually have to find 2 variables, because if we look back at the original problem, there's actually 2 variables there. So we have to find both of them. So after you get this x equals 2, you have to go back and plug it back in. I always plug it into the one that was solved for the variable, that first one we used, so I'm going to plug it into there just because it's faster. So it's going to be y equals 3 times 2 minus 10. Y equals 6 minus 10. So you get y equals negative 4. And if you remember back in Algebra 1, you would always write your answer as a coordinate, x comma y, as an ordered pair. So that's your answer, 2 comma negative 4. Alright, so we're going to try another one. This is kind of a different version of the same problem. Both of these are solved for y, so it doesn't matter which one you pick to plug in. So I'm going to pick this one. We're going to go ahead and take that one and plug it in here into the y spot. So these ones are actually pretty easy, because since they both equal y, you just end up setting them equal to each other. And then you have to solve this. We got to get the x's together. I'm going to move the negative 2x because it's smaller. You get 8x plus 5 equals negative 19. Subtract 5. 8x is equal to negative 24. And then divide by 8. And we get x is equal to negative 3. So that's the first part of our answer. Again, make sure you go back. You say, that's not my only answer. I have to go back and find the other answer. So if we look back here, I can take that negative 3 and I can plug it into either one. It doesn't matter. I'm going to plug it into the bottom one. You can plug it into the top one. They will give you the same answer. They should give you the same answer. If they didn't, then your x answer is wrong. So we get y is equal to negative 2 times negative 3 is going to give me 6 minus 19. Y is equal to negative 13. So again, write your answer as an ordered pair, negative 3 comma negative 13. Each of your systems on your algebra review should have 2 answers. So here's the last type of problem I'm going to talk about today. Again, when you first start the problem, when you look at the 2 equations, you want to start with the one that already has the variable by itself. So when I look at these 2, the top one has x by itself. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight this. This is going to get plugged in for what it's equal to. If you look at it, it's equal to x this time. So this actually has to get plugged in here for x. So when we plug it in, it's going to look like 4 times, in parentheses, 3y minus 4, that's what we're putting in for x, minus 5y equals 5. Our first step to solving this is to distribute. 12y minus 16 minus 5y equals 5. And then we have like terms to combine on this side. We just combine those, don't move them. Just do the operations that are there. 12 minus 5 is 7. Y minus 16 equals 5. Add the 16. So you get 7y equals 21. Divide by 7. And we get y is equal to 3. So again, that's our first answer. Remember, you're supposed to now go back and find the second answer. To find the second answer, I'm going to take the y and plug it in somewhere. The easiest place to plug this in is that first one that was already solved for x. Since we're missing x, if you plug it in one that says x equals, it'll just make it a little bit faster. You can plug it in the other one, you just have to do a little bit more algebra. It's going to be x equals 9 minus 4, x equals 5. So my answer, when you write it, make sure you do the x answer first, 5, comma the y answer, 3. Alright, I hope that helps you on your algebra review.